In today's video, let's discuss about total outlay method or total expenditure method of calculating price elasticity. Under this method, elasticity is measured observing the change in total expenditure in response to the change in price. That means if price rises or falls, what will happen to the total expenditure indicates the nature of the good. So what is total expenditure? If price is P and quantity demanded, or in other words quantity purchased by the consumers, is Q, then total expenditure by the consumers will be P into Q, that is PQ. For example, if at per unit price of rupees 5, quantity demanded is 60 units, then total expenditure will be 5 into 60, that is 300 rupees. By using this method, we can get three types of elasticities of demand: elastic demand, inelastic demand, and unitary elastic demand. What is elastic demand? If change in quantity demanded of a good is more than change in its price, so the goods will be called to have elastic demand. What is inelastic demand? If change in quantity demanded is less than change in price, then the goods will be called having inelastic demand. And what is unitary elastic demand? If change in quantity demanded is equal to change in price, then the goods will be called having unitary elastic demand. Keep in mind that elasticity is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So if it is greater than 1, it is elastic demand, less than 1, then it is inelastic demand, and if it is equals to 1, then it is unitary elastic demand. Please pause the video if required. Now let's discuss about how we can identify these three types of elasticities through total outlay or total expenditure method. Let's discuss first about elastic demand. When decrease or increase in price of a commodity causes increase or decrease in the total expenditure, then such commodity will be called price elastic. That means for rise or fall in the price, quantity demanded will fall or rise more than proportionately. That is, change in quantity demanded is more than change in price, and so total expenditure will fall. Please see the example. Here price falls from 60 rupees to 50, and so total expenditure rises from 600 to 650. It is because percentage rise in quantity demanded is more than percentage fall in price. Again, for the same good, if price rises from 60 rupees to 70, total expenditure falls. That is, there is inverse relation between price and total expenditure in case of elastic demand. This is the curve showing the relationship between elastic demand and price. It becomes flatter. Here, quantity demanded is changing more than proportionately than the change in price. So, the total expenditure curve for this demand will be downward sloping. That is, if price rises, total expenditure falls. If price falls, total expenditure rises. This is the case of elastic demand. Now discuss about inelastic demand. When decrease or increase in price of a commodity causes decrease or increase in total expenditure, then such commodity will be called price inelastic. That means for the rise or fall in the price, quantity demanded falls or rises less than proportionately, so total expenditure also rises or falls. Let's see the example. In this case, price falls by same unit as before, but total expenditure falls. It is because quantity demanded rises less than proportionately than fall in price. Again, for the rise in price, total expenditure also rises. That is, there is positive relation between price and total expenditure in case of inelastic demand. This is a diagrammatic representation of the relationship between price and quantity demanded in the case of inelastic demand. Here we can see that change in quantity demanded is less than change in price. In this case, total expenditure curve becomes like this. This is the positively sloped curve because of the positive relation between price and total expenditure. Now let's discuss about the unitary elastic demand. When decrease or increase in the price of a commodity causes total expenditure remains unchanged, then such commodity will be called having unitary elastic demand. That is, in this case, for rise or fall in price, quantity demanded falls or rises proportionately so that total expenditure remains unchanged. Let's see the example here. Price falls by same unit as before, that is from 60 to 50, but total expenditure remains unchanged. It is because percentage rise in quantity demanded is equals to percentage fall in price. So expenditure remains same. The demand curve of unitary elastic good becomes like this. It is rectangular hyperbola. That is, whatever the price or quantity change is, in each case P into Q will be same. That is, total expenditure will be same. In this case, the total expenditure curve will be vertical to y-axis. If you have any questions, please post it in the comment section. I will try to answer your questions. Thank you for watching.